Hey guys, I'm going to attempt something here. We'll see how well it works. So I don't have the proper racking stuff at this end of the table, but that's where the camera is, so I'm going to rack that in. Just while I'm getting these balls out here, a couple weeks ago I had um, like a training session with Tony Chohan, and before we got to the pool hall, where I took him shopping, took him to his hotel. He's telling me basically about some players, that we both know that he feels like I can beat. And a couple of those people, he's like, yeah, you can beat that guy. No, I don't really think I can. I've always felt like I have a pretty good self awareness of my own abilities. I don't have a rack that's on the table either. And so I'm like, hey, I don't think I can beat that guy. Or I don't think I can beat that guy as badly as maybe you're saying. So he says, well, maybe I've, overjudged you type of thing. As I mentioned in a previous video, in our training session, I pretty much stunk up the place and, yeah, kind of proved my point that I'm not as good as Tony thought I was. And it got to the point where he was probably trying to decide if he wanted to be even seen in public with me, let alone be my friend. That's kind of how bad it was. But at one point, he said, hey, why don't you just shoot the one pocket ghost for a while, and I'll give you some pointers and find out how good you are, type of thing. And I've never played one pocket ghost, at least I can't remember doing it. There's probably a million ways to do it. And one of the ways would be I pick a pocket and I just break. I can break however I want. It doesn't have to be one pocket break or anything. I could blast these at my 9-ball break speed. But I break the balls, take ball in hand, see how many balls I can run. And Tony's like, well, see if you can get 26 balls in 5 racks. Miss, you got to re-rack and start over. But see if I can get 26 balls in 5 racks. I don't know why he picked 26 and why he picked 5. I'm not a professional player. I'm Dave. So okay, and actually, even though I just got done saying, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of my own abilities. I thought 26 seemed easy. I really did think 26 seemed easy. I come down here a lot during work. I need to take a 5-minute break. Come in here, throw some balls out and run them in one pocket. Not all of them without missing all the time, but I get a lot of 8s, 9s, 10s, things like that. But this was, well, it was different because it was tighter equipment. I was trying to impress Tony, um, and it was a break. It's ended up being the break that has killed me more than anything else. A couple of other things, but then I'll try to get to those. But I'm just going to shoot this and yammer while I shoot, which gives me a built-in excuse to not do particularly well. But as I said, I wasn't doing particularly well anyway. You can just kind of see right now, right off the bat, my break. I got 5 balls clustered up right here. I got these 3 balls tripled up. Of course, they'll all go if I can get on them. But I get to take ball in hand. And one of the issues that I had was I'm trying to run 15 instead of just trying to run as many balls as I can run. And I needed to rein myself in a little bit. And I realized that pretty quickly, that getting right here, giving myself an angle on the 7, say, so I can shove in this stuff and break it up, I may not get a shot if I do that. So don't do that. And that's one of the things that well, I don't know if I want to say I've learned it, but I definitely relearned it. Don't get ahead of myself. If all I got here because of the way this break worked out is 7 or 8 balls, get my 7 or 8 balls. If I can even do that, then maybe at some point I'll get an opportunity to break the stuff out. Maybe off the floor, break it out. But I got to get rid of these two, this one, maybe the one if I can bank that type of thing. I've kind of become obsessed with this one pocket ghost stuff since then because I didn't do very well. I never got to 26 doing it, in front of Tony. I've gotten to 26. I've gotten to 36 here in my basement since, but it's very rare. I'm not nearly as good as I thought I was, and I've said several times in my videos that most people, certainly me, tend to have a little bit of an overinflated opinion of themselves and their own abilities. Everybody has a range, and a really good player might have a range like this. Somebody like me, I'm very streaky, might have a range like this. But I tend to remember this stuff way more than this stuff. And that's what was happening to me. So this gave me an honest assessment. Yeah, I think I can run 8 balls from here pretty easily. But I've done this exercise and come up with a 2. Usually because I'm trying to break stuff out when I don't need to be, and you just be running balls or putting too much pressure on myself and all that. It's one of the things I like about this exercise is when I screw it up, and I don't do nearly as well as I wanted to do, it makes me mad. And I don't get mad. My mental attitude has gotten so much better over the last several years. I just don't. But this does make me mad. So it's a new thing. It's something new to work on. And I like that, the opportunity to do that. I'm going to see. I might end up switching to the overhead cameras. Actually, I'm going to stop this right now and restart. My camera here reboots randomly after about 5 minutes. So I'm going to stop it and restart it. Is it going again? Yep. I may end up having to switch to the overhead camera and splice in some footage, but we'll find out. So for now, just try to make some stupid balls. Try to maintain my angles. See what the hell I'm going to do. I don't want to get straight in on a 13, probably, clearly, to most people watching this. What's my next shot? Don't just go, okay, shoot this, shoot this, shoot this. Okay, what's my next shot, and how do I get an angle to get on the next shot? This is like basic pool stuff, but I've gotten lazy over the years because subconsciously I know how to do this stuff. But a lot of people watching this maybe won't. I want to get on the 9, then on the 13, up here for the 15, come off the rail for the 4. That's what I want to do. If I end up doing something else, then it probably means I screwed up my plan. I have made a video before about reevaluate after every shot. So right now, my intention is to lay this cue ball on the rail. So I'm cutting the 13 to my left when I put it in here and come up. But if I don't lay on the rail, I reevaluate. It's not the end of the world. If I'm looking at it right now, I don't think I can lay on the rail. I can't. Remember what I was talking about? Don't get straight in. I got 100 million% straight in on this ball. Okay, what do you do now? What do you do now? I think I also said I've at times gotten a 2 on this thing. With ball in hand, I've gotten a 2. I'm usually not talking to YouTube when I'm doing that stuff. But this is messed up, honestly. All I can do is try to draw back and then draw back this way and bank the one. Give myself a better angle for banking the one. And I don't have to like it, and that's good because I don't like it. I don't know if that counts as a better angle, but it's a different angle. Oh, do I have anything that I like better than banking the one? Unfortunately, I do not. Two rail to six. I'm gonna walk over here and look at this, but I don't know the two rail shot. I think the two ball's in that way for the two rail to six. So just all I can do is try, right? And miss. So okay, I got a three. Woo, three. So here, like I said, I'm a guy that I'm thinking I'm gonna average 8 balls every time I do this. No, that's not what's been happening. Hey guys, I did the first part of what you just saw on Monday. It's Thursday night now. I ended up just aborting that. It got really boring. Me trying to make balls and talk about what I'm doing and why, and if I missed, hey, now I'm mad. I'm trying to work on that, and it got like all jumbled. The points that I wanted to make, and I made most of them, is practice is not supposed to be as fun as just playing. Ideally, practice should be you're practicing something useful, something you need to work on, or something you need to maintain, something like that. And the reason that I've kind of become obsessed with this one-pocket ghost, well, it's new to me, but it's almost all working on the mental stuff for me, the attitude stuff for me. If I just set up, a regular standard drill or exercise, that's working on, okay, make that shot and get the angle to make the next shot, and you make and just it's more about the physical act of putting the balls in the right way. Obviously important, but the one pocket ghost, because you get a different layout every time, or close to different layout every time. It's for me a lot more about the mental thing. And when I started doing it I didn't do nearly as well as I expected that I would do. I'm getting ready to sneeze. That's why I'm holding my nose. If I sneeze, I will redo this video. Sorry about that. But because you get a different layout every time, it's not about making the shot and getting shape on the next shot. It's about, well, what happens if I screw up? And it's also about planning ahead. All this, normal stuff that you're supposed to do. I've managed to get myself lazy over the years, just coming down here and just throwing balls out and just shooting, and then going back upstairs and working some more. Practice is supposed to be a useful thing. Playing is supposed to be a fun thing. Now, practice can be fun, and just playing can be useful. I'm just talking about like their main focus, the main benefit that I would get from just playing is going to be, well, I'm having fun playing pool. I'm going to keep playing pool and all that. Relax me, lower my blood pressure, whatever the hell it's going to do. If I'm working on something I need to work on, that's, in theory, that's improving. I'm improving on something. And all exercises and repetitive drills and all that do the same thing. This one pocket ghost is mental. For me, it is a mental challenge to go and shoot it and usually not do as well as I think I should do, and be able to deal with that fact. Be able to deal with, man, I suck compared to how good I thought I was. And the more that happens, I had to go, okay, don't suck so much anymore, Dave, or at least get used to the fact that yeah, you're not as good as you thought you were. Not on average. I always remember my my best shooting. Don't not so much remember my horrible shooting. And I don't think that's right. I want to have an even keel on my expectations and all that. What's my average game? I have talked about that before. What is my average game? Well, my average game in one pocket is not as good as I thought it was. Okay, deal with it. Doing this one pocket ghost thing is helping me to deal with that. Help me to recognize it and deal with it, and helping me to improve it and to improve my attitude on things like that. Both improve on being sure I pay attention and don't do those stupid mistakes. Don't screw things up as often, because now there's a penalty. I'm trying to get to X number of balls in 5 racks, and if I screw it up, then my odds of getting that X number of balls is not nearly as good anymore. So there's a penalty. So work on that, and also when I do screw up, be able to deal with that more easily and not let it affect my next rack in the one pocket ghost thing. If I miss in one pocket ghost, I got to re-rack and go again. Don't go again while I'm still kicking myself in the ass for screwing up the last one. Thinking, well, I should have got 12 balls there, but I only got 5 balls there. So I'm trying to shoot. Hey, right, you can't see my foot while I'm kicking myself in the ass. No, it doesn't work that way. It's hard to shoot that way. Hard to shoot well that way, I guess. Anyway, I was going to do this video, and it got too all convoluted with a little bit of one pocket instruction and maybe a little bit of me trying to show off, me yammering into the camera while I'm trying to shoot, which is never a good idea for me. It just got too messed up. But the main thing I just want to say was for me, practice it's taken on a new importance for me. Uh, it's I still want to have fun, but I don't want to only have fun playing pool. I also want to improve at playing pool, and to improve at playing pool, I need to practice the stuff that I need to practice. That's all I want to say about that. Everyone see why I did my remote. There it is. And I guess that's it for the video. Thanks, guys.